Hello guys, how are you? Hope you're doing great. So let me show you today. We're going to discuss how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. So the Fibonacci is found at the level 3 or the group 3 of tools that are found on the TradingView for Daily website. So when you go there, you will see the Fibonacci. So you want to just learn what is the work of the Fibonacci or what is the importance of the Fibonacci in the technical analysis. So first of all, you're going just to find what I had researched for you and made it simple for you guys. So we can say like the Fibonacci retracement tool is a technical analysis method that identifies potential support and resistance level. Mark the word potential support and resistance levels. So normally support or resistance, for example, if you're talking about the support, if you're talking about the support, then it means that Fibonacci is assisting the market to do what? It's assisting the market to go up, like supporting, for example, there, and then price going up like that. So hope you are getting me. It normally just points out potential support and potential resistance. So the Fibonacci is used in both buying and selling scenarios. So we can start by checking at the buys, or how you go about trading buys. So for example, a buying market, you know very well, or a trading market is formed by a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? For example, our trading market, we normally have a series of higher highs there, and then we come to the higher low, we go to the higher high, we go to the higher low, and then higher high, and then higher low, and then finally we finish at the high high, for example. Okay, one thing you should know about the uptrending markets, you should know that the first phase, or the first, or let me just label for you those points. Let me just label for you. For example, right here we have first, that is the first higher high, and then we have the second higher high here, we have the second higher high, second higher high, and then we have the third higher high here, guys, above here. So we have the third, number 3 higher high, right? Number 3 higher high. So, and then now at the bottom we have the bottom are called the higher lows. So the bottom is the first higher low, we have the first higher low there, the first higher low, and then we go to the second, number 2, which is the second higher low there, and then now we have the final, or the third higher low right there, right? We have the third higher low. So how do you use the Fibonacci? You should know that the first higher low and the first higher high are normally just but confirmations in the market, and you should never do anything with them. You see, this first phase of the market is just but a confirmation showing you that the market is building an uptrending structure. So you have just to stay patient and don't act on it. You just have to watch the price. So where do you normally take action? You know, the first high high and the first high low will give you the first high high and the first high low and the second high high. These 3 points you're seeing here, not even 3 points, but these two important points, this first high high and the first high low and the second high high will use now to give this discounted level you are seeing here. So for this case, this discounted level you are seeing, these are just but support. For this case, these are acting as the support, and then when we'll be trading sales, they will now be acting as resistance, but for this case it is acting as a support. So let me show you how you go about. So for example, you normally, for example, I've told you this first phase of the market, or when the market is building up, we normally don't have these levels here. These levels normally come after, or we'll use now the Fibonacci to find those higher lows or the future higher lows. So how do you go about? For example, now if you want to find, for example, you want to find your second higher low right there, right? How do you use the Fibonacci? It is very, very simple. Let me show you how you're going to use your Fibonacci tool to find your second higher low. So to find the second higher low, just come to the Fibonacci, pick your Fibonacci tool, and then to find this second high low, you normally take your Fibonacci, you start your Fibonacci at the bottom at the first higher low, and then you drag it to the top, going to where the second higher high is, right? You see where the second high is at that point, and then you pin it there. After pinning it there, what you come and do, come to your settings. So the Fibonacci consists of 3 major points. For this case, 3 major support. So you see these levels that I'm deactivating, we are not going to use them, so we only have to remain with those 3 points you're seeing there, the 0.5, the 0.6, and the 0.7 level. So what you see very well, that is the market. So this is just but a structure. We'll identify a real example in the market and then you'll understand. So you see very well, the price came and did what? The price came to the discounted level, right? And after tapping the discounted level, you saw the price activating lots of buys, right? So again, how do you find your third higher low? So how do you find your third higher low? You just repeat the same procedure, because you know we have this third higher high and we have the second higher low, but we don't have the third higher. We have the second higher low and the third higher high, but we don't have the third higher low. So how do you find the third higher low? It is very simple. Just repeat the same procedure I have showed you. So pick your Fibonacci retracement tool, place it at the bottom, and then plant it there, and then drag it towards the side until at the third higher high, right? Until at the third higher high. So you see the price came to the third higher high, or the price came here and then reacted to this level. So after reacting to the discounted level or the Fibonacci, that will tell you that this was the third higher low. So that is on the uptrending scenario. So in the uptrending scenario, how do you use the Fibonacci? I've said use the higher low and the higher high to find the coming higher low, right? For example, if you want to find the second higher low like I've done there, you just use the first higher low and the first higher high. So you start by drawing a Fibonacci at the first higher low, going to the second higher high. So let's go and identify a real example in the market, and then we'll now get to understand it. So let me just go there and then point out the, for example, pick one uptrending area and then try to find opportunities from there. So for example, we have an uptrending market here. How could we trade it using the Fibonacci retracement tool? So for example, you've just got the market at this point, the price is going up, right? So what you have to do is you normally start by tracking the price or how the price behaves, and then now as you track your price, you will now get to make your decisions with the structure that the market is forming. So for example, you just first follow the structure that the price is creating, and then we're going to use the structure to find more opportunity. So for example, like that, we have a higher high there and then higher low, then price went to a higher high, and then we have a higher low, and then we have a higher high, and then we have a higher low, and then again we have a higher high, small high there, and then price came there. So after price coming there, it ended at that particular top you're seeing there, right? Price ended at that particular top. So what are we going to do? Let's first of all get rid of the candles so that we get to see the structure that the price was forming, right? So you see very well, let's mark out the points, or let's mark out the number or the areas that I've been talking about. So for example, here this is number one higher high, right? And then we go to the second one here. This is number two higher high, and then we go to the third one. Sorry, let's go to the number three. So this one, the third one, this one is the third higher high, this is the third higher high, right? That is the third higher high, that is the third higher high, and then now we have the fourth one here. But we're just going to use the few examples, and then you will just get to understand, and you'll repeat the same procedure in the other markets that you'll find. So we have the fourth there, and then here we have the first higher low, that is the first higher low. Then come to the second, we have the second higher low, and then now we have the third, we have the third higher low there, and then now we have the fourth, like for example, we have the fourth higher low, right? That is the fourth higher low, right? So let's now try and use the Fibonacci and see if these levels were, for example, we have now, like for example, we wanted to find this second higher low you're seeing here. I've told you how do you go about. Pick your Fibonacci, then put it at the first higher low, and then drag it towards the side like this. Drag it towards the side. You see that the price came to the discounted level, and after coming to the discounted level, the price reacted going up. So let's see again the second time. So how do you find this third higher low, provided that you have this second higher low and this third higher high? So just repeat the same procedure. Place your Fibonacci at the second higher low, and then drag it towards the top, towards the third higher high, like that. So you see this, for example, these 2 points or these 2 regions that I've used, you see that they obeyed the price, or they obeyed the Fibonacci, and after obeying the Fibonacci, it used the Fibonacci level as the support, supporting the price to go up. So this how, for example, someone could maybe take their trades. So the market presented to you say like 2 opportunities here. So let me show you, for example, how you could go about this third opportunity. You could enter here around this level here, enter your trade there, and then place your stop loss at the where the Fibonacci was, or where the price reacted to the Fibonacci, and then now your take profit you can target depending on the ratio that you want. But I advise maybe a ratio of 3 to a ratio of 4, like right there. Like for example, that one gave a ratio of 3, but it even gave more, even up to a ratio of 4, but a ratio of 3 was just important for us. So for example guys, that's how you use the Fibonacci in the uptrending structure to find more buys in the market. So if you don't understand, please let me know, that so that I'll make more videos and explain more, so that you guys get to understand. And I'll be making the next video for the downtrending market. So watch this uptrending first, and then if you understand it, I'm going to drop the next video of the downtrending market, so that I don't make it to be too long. So that's it. And make sure guys you can join my Telegram with the link on bio. Join my Telegram free community for market insights and more classes on markets. So thank you, and that's it.